Motor Learner, and we're doing another lab today. It's called the midfix of 5. Pretty much we're going to get a string from input. We're going to use our substring function, and we're going to grab the middle 5 characters of our string and output them to the screen. Alright, let's get started. We're going to make our .cpp file. I'm using Vim. We'll call it midfix.cpp. Alright, now we're in. Let's turn our syntax highlighting. Let's turn on our numbers. There we go. Alright, now we're going to do our includes. I'm going to include IOStream. This is going to be for input and output. Alright, we're going to include string because this is how we use our substring function. And then using namespace standard. Okay, so let's get main going. Main. Alright, let's see, we're going to have a string variable. We'll call it user string. We're going to have another string variable, and that's going to be, we'll call it find5. That's going to be where we store our middle 5 characters. And then we are going to add a character in statement, and this is how we read input to the screen. Character in user string. Alright, so let's go ahead and mark these. This is going to be our string from input. Then this is going to be our, let's say, stores 5 characters, and then with character in, we're going to read input. Okay? Alright. Now, here's where we use our substring function. So, let me type this and then I'll explain. So we've got find5 equals user string dot substring. And we're going to have user string again. Forgot size. User string dot size divided by 2 minus 2 and then 5. Alright? So, then we're going to character out midfix, and then we're going to put find5 end line. Okay. So, let me explain this. Alright, so with find5 here, this is going to be, this is what holds our 5 characters. Now we've got user string, substring, and then this stuff right here. So the way this works is, let me type this here, we have user string, right, that's our variable that we have right here. Alright, this period connects it to this substring function. Right? So you've got the variable connected to the function, and then inside the function we've got user string size, all this stuff. Pretty much the format for substring is you have a starting position and a end position. position. Alright, so we got our variable, the period connects it to the function, start position, end position. Okay, now all that is stored in a variable called find5. This is a container for this whole thing right here. Alright, so in here, our start position is userString.size divided by 2 minus 2, and our end position is 5. Okay, so what we're saying, what all this means right here is userString, which we're going to read from input, dot size. That's going to tell us how long the string is. Now when you divide the size by 2, that's going to take you to the halfway point of that word. Now from the halfway point, you're going to subtract 2. So think of the middle of the word minus 2 characters. So now that's our starting position. And then from that middle minus 2, you're going to grab the next 5. And that's what this ending position is here. Alright? So let's go ahead and compile this and see how this goes. Alright, I'm going to escape, right quit. Okay, now we're going to compile over here. So we called it clang, and then we're going to do midfix.cpp, and then we're just going to call it mid. Let's see if we have any errors. Oh, we've got a few. Let's see. User string. Oh, I got a spelling error with user string. Find 5. Oh, okay, a couple spelling errors. Let's go back and take a look. Let's see what we got. Okay, string, user string, string, right here. So let's jump to line 8. Let's see, so that's a lowercase I. And here are, you gotta make sure to be very careful when you're writing this stuff. Alright, find 5. It should be alright, because all of our errors seem to be spelling errors. Okay, let's take a look again. Alright, let's save this. Alright, let's clear that. Let's compile again. Alright, blinking cursor, no problems. Alright, now let's run mid. Okay, blinking cursor. We're waiting for input. I'll say important will be our string. There you go. Midfix, and there's the middle 5 characters. Let's take a look at our code again. Alright. Now, with important and user string size. Alright, so what we said is we divided important by 2. So the halfway point would be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Would be between the R and the T. Wait, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the R is the halfway point, right? That's where that divided by 2 comes in. Then you're going to subtract 2, so you're going to go left 2 from R to the P. So our starting position is P, and we're going to grab 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P-O-R-T-A. And that is how we grab our 5 characters. So remember, substring, start position, end position. Alright, and there you go, guys. I hope this helps, and thanks for watching.